Forecast.
And that serves as a great reminder from this beautiful shot taken by Fred Turk of some incoming geese on a partially frozen Lake Monticello. Yes, even though it has been frigid and we'll continue to have frigid temperatures, rarely if ever for our body of waters around here is it safe to play, skate, or get on the ice. So avoid that. It is not safe, even though it is plenty cold, but it might be safe for the geese, but certainly not for you or your family. Now here's a cool shot. This is a cookie cutter, obviously, and these are some bubbles that have crystallized, and Margaret Johnson captured that nice shot. Let's take a look at the numbers. We made it up to a high of only 28 after a morning low of only 5. Air mass very dry. Thankfully, not a whole lot of wind. Currently in the Valley Airport, it's 20. Morning low was 1. Afternoon high only in the mid-20s. Most of us now low 20s across the Shenandoah Valley. We have mid to some upper 20s here across central Virginia, but thankfully not a whole lot of wind. But when we do, that'll send those wind chills down in the teens. Most of the cold air advisories are for the Blue Ridge Mountains here tonight. It's still going to be a frigid overnight. How quickly the clouds roll in have a bearing on the temperatures, but most of us still are going to be in the single digits. If the clouds would really get in here quicker, maybe we'd be around 9 and 12 in terms of the overnight lows. But it's still plenty cold in the morning, maybe a little bit of sunshine. Otherwise, it's a cloudy Friday. Temperatures in the mid to low 20s. Could see a few flurries tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Not expecting anything widespread here for tomorrow. Saturday, that's our best opportunity for some light snow, but you can see where the winter storm watches are across south side Virginia, southeastern Virginia, portions of the Middle Peninsula and the eastern shore, especially that Route 460 corridor. Those will likely be upgraded to some type of warnings. That's not to say it won't snow farther north, but there'll be a sharp cutoff between very little, if any, snow and more significant snow. So here we go with Saturday. Even if we didn't have the storm, the frigid temperatures would usher the first alert conditions, but there'll be some light snow on Saturday. And then Saturday night, the winds pick up into Sunday, and we're talking about some wind chills that could be down in the teens and single digits during that time. So this area of low pressure will develop off the Carolina coast, and the proximity of that development farther south and east will kind of cut back on some of the totals farther north and west. But this will be a big storm for the Carolinas, southeastern Virginia, and portions of the coast. So tomorrow evening, some energy aloft moves in, and that'll spawn some light snow across south side Virginia into the Carolinas. And then that energy moves toward the coast to create this big storm. And you're going to hear a lot of talk about bombogenesis or a bomb cyclone. It's rapidly deepening. And so that's why these things get underway, and they can be significant snow producers. So eastern North Carolina, the Outer Banks could have some blizzard-like conditions. Hampton Roads will be dealing with some rough conditions as well. And on Sunday, we'll be dealing with the wind. So right now, a dusting to about an inch across the area. A little farther south of I-64, maybe an inch or 2, and you get down toward the Route 60 corridor, maybe 2 to 4. Obviously subject to change, but that's what it looks like right now. Winds gusting on Saturday evening, 20, 30, 40 miles an hour. The ridgetops could have a wind advisory. So that piece of energy is coming down through the Great Lakes. That'll work across the Carolinas, help to spawn that storm as we get into Saturday morning. It's plenty cold with this air mass, and the contrast between that frigid air mass across the continent and the warmer air in the Atlantic will create that storm. We're in the single digits and teens tonight. First alert weather conditions continue through the weekend. It's still going to be frigid. Next week, we may have several daytime highs that get above freezing for a couple hours or a little more, let's hope, and that would be some good news to help with this ongoing melting.
All right, Eric, thank you.
And don't